Selena from Selene Moon Goddess Tarot here with another pick a card reading. I hope everybody is doing good. I am doing okay. Let's see, we're just going to go ahead and get started. I've been pretty much doing the same subject because it seems like people are vibing. But I might do a poll. If you guys have notifications turned on, then you can know when I post it, because I want to get some new ideas for different subjects. And some of the subjects I'm reading, or not reading, I am doing reading, but that I'm thinking about is maybe just doing some educational type of videos that, like, for example, on topics of twin flames, or on topics of, your working on your shadow self, working on, what a spiritual awakening is, and use cards in order to kind of break that stuff down. I know that there are a lot of people on YouTube that and beyond do whole TED Talks on this shit. But for me, I've always liked to get lots of opinions in different places, and I end up forming my own. But anyway, I'll put a poll out there and see what you guys think. And so there we go. So I have welcome. Also, if you're new here, thank you so much. I wanted to thank everybody because our little channel is growing. It's growing. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm excited because, I've been on here for like 3 or 4 years, and this is the first time it's actually grown. But I've also been more consistent with posting, and that's a huge part of the YouTube channel growing. But also, I'm very grateful for each of you guys that subscribe and listen to my crazy ass talk to myself here in the microphone. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and welcome for those that are new. And so the way it works is we have 3 piles here, and we're going to do a spot check on your connection, and then go ahead and see what their private thoughts and feelings are about the connection. So we have 3 decks. The first deck is going to be the Golden Masquerade Tarot. Okay. And the second deck is going to be Tarot of the Ruins. And then the next pile 3 is going to be the Majestic Realm Tarot, which is my newest deck that I got. So yeah. So usually what people do is they'll pause this part and then go ahead and maybe go with the pile or the deck that calls to you. Sometimes it's the style, sometimes it's just something about it, the color. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then also, if you get into the reading and you're like, this doesn't really vibe with my situation, then maybe it's not your reading, and you can pick another pile. Or I have many other readings on this channel, and then also there's other readers all over the place. So whatever works for you, your spiritual growth and moving forward is the most important thing to me anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and I do have I have my message cards. I'm going to use the Love Oracle and also my little written deck that I made. All right. Okay, so I will see you at your reading, you guys. All right, pile 1, let's see what is going on. I hope you're doing well. It's so nice of you to come by. See what's going on with you and your person. And then, like usual, we're going to get those message cards to see what their secret thoughts are about this connection. Okay? This is the Masquerade Tarot, in case you need to know the name again. I'll try to put it in the description box with the timestamps. Okay, let's do it. Let's see, Spirit. What is going on in this connection with pile 1 and their person? Dang. Okay, so I don't know if that's we got a whole grip. Let's put those back. There's like 10 of them. All right, we have 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords, okay. And I think, did one spin around? No. All right. Ooh, Tower. Okay. This is a beautiful deck, by the way. I really like it. And it's a simple deck. It wasn't even that expensive. Um, one more card. I need to clarify the tower here. Why is the tower here? Clarify the tower, please, Spirit. Why is the tower here? Ooh, look at that. Spirit doesn't want to say. All right, we're going to go ahead and let that be then. All right. So, first off, we have the Magician. Okay, Magician, beautiful card. We have the Six of Swords right here. Whoop, there you go. If you can't tell, it seems to be a hooded guy that is in a boat. And usually that's the way the card is depicted in the original tarot. So it's like, we'll go into that. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, that's nice. And then we have the Page of Wands. Little young dude there. But then we have the Tower, which is an interesting card. Okay, so if you're unfamiliar with tarot, you know, Major Arcana, it's divided into kind of two sections. We have the Major Arcana, which is 22 cards. 22? 22 or 21? 22, I think. Yeah, 22 cards. Because the Fool is considered 0, I think. And then you have like 56 of other cards and they're divided into Major Arcana, which Arcana I think is an Italian word for mystery, but I might be wrong about that. But anyway, you know, the way the Major Arcana works, which in this spread here you have the Magician and you have the Tower, they create more movement. They signify more movement, more foundational movement versus ideas, thoughts, feelings, and purpose, stuff like that, that the other 56 cards, the Minor Arcana, indicate. Okay, so first of all, I think that this person here, I think that they've been trying to manifest you. So maybe this is a connection where you guys are not talking, or this is a connection that there's been some conflict in the connection. So maybe some stop and go communication. You know, the Magician usually has all of the elements of tarot at his disposal. So he has pentacles, he has the swords, he has the cups, and he has the wands, all there. And it's about manifesting, it's about creation, it's about feeling powerful enough to be like, I really desire this, and I'm going to ask for this, and I'm going to not just ask, I'm going to put all of this effort into getting this, whatever it might be. And in this case, a connection with you, Pile One. I think that they're leaving a lot of anxieties behind them or carrying them with them along that journey to you. With the Six of Swords, I always, you know, find it interesting that, you know, they have the swords with them, but they're going on to brighter or better shores. So they're leaving a bad situation to go to a better situation. So I think they see you as somebody that is a positive influence in their life. But with the Knight of Pentacles, now if you're going to have a knight, you know, that is younger energy. I think they might be a little emotionally immature. Perhaps maybe not connected to their emotions as like, oh, hold on one sec. Well, that was weird. So maybe communication definitely is a thing since I'm coughing. I never cough in a tarot reading. I have no reason to cough. I'm not sick or anything. So, and especially since we're on the Knight of Pentacles, it is a slow moving energy. So they might be on their way to you, but they're taking their sweet time. But though the Knight of Pentacles is slow, and we say slow in tarot because like it is grounded energy. Pentacles is earth energy, so it's about making sure that there's a proper foundation before you take a next step. And of course, that can be pathological in itself, right? If we're surrounded by a bunch of swords, that's somebody that's very stressed out. But after the Knight of Pentacles, we have a Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is this rambunctious young energy, this excited energy. Like this is like perhaps this is the foundation, maybe like your person is someone that is a hard worker that does manifest what they want, and they are determined to have you in their life, right? Leaving things that no longer serve them behind, but also, and taking their time, making sure that they have all their ducks in a row. But then they have this crush on you. Like when I think of the Page of Wands, I think of having a crush, infatuation, that young energy of just like, I'm so passionate about this person, and this person, I shouldn't, perhaps even they shouldn't even have that kind of, crush on you already. Maybe you guys don't know each other very well. Maybe this is like this kind of unsaid chemistry that you have with someone, and you're just kind of clicking on this to see what the deal is. But we have the Tower. Now, the Tower is an interesting energy because the Tower is, you have this tower. Usually it's depicted with people falling off the tower. So it's about breaking down old ideas, old structures of belief, old ways of thinking, ways of feeling. Sometimes it can be a lot of people don't like the tower because it indicates some kind of surprise if you don't like surprises. But let's get the rest of the story, because I think leading in, like, the crush is next to the tower. The Page of Wands is next to the tower. So that could be the epiphany there. That could be the shocking thing, is that your person generally does not typically go, they're not tempted by other people, for example. Like maybe they're sapiosexual. Maybe there's somebody who needs to have this connection that is a mental or emotional kind of connection with someone before they become sexually attracted to somebody. That's a possibility here. But let's see what else is going on here in this connection. So tell us more. What about the Magician, please? For pile one. Ooh, the Six of Wands. Yeah, they want success in this connection. They see it, they want it. They might be an ambitious person. I wonder if they even like have like a they're very professional, like they have their own business, they're entrepreneurs, or they understand manifestation, they understand how it works, they understand that nothing is just going to fall on your lap. So interesting. Yeah, they know that this is going to be, they want and desire success with this connection. You also have 6-6 as numbers to keep in mind as far as numerology is concerned. Now we have the Hermit under the Six of Swords. So there's this undertone of loneliness, I feel like, with your person. I'm going to go it alone. I can deal with it on my own. I don't need anyone to help me. I know how to figure my stuff out. I can do this. Whatever these Six of Swords are, they feel like they want to be independent. These are problems that they've had before in their life. They're not problems that are going to go away tomorrow. So, given the economy and stuff, honestly, like I feel like living in general is a burden. Like lots of people are looking for better places to go, right? So I don't think this is about like practically the practical idea of just travel or moving. I think that this is about the burdens are going to be there for a while. Like if you have children, or you have lots of debt, or you have homes, or you have property, things that might be, or even a long-standing connection that it has all of those things very, very intertwined into it, that maybe separating from that is going to be a burden for a long period of time. They want to go it alone because they feel like it's theirs. It's not something, they don't want to share that with you. Maybe that's some point of contention here, that if there has been inconsistent communication, maybe they don't want to be a burden. They rather go it alone when it comes to that. So Knight of Pentacles. Well, why the Knight? Oh, I don't know. I think that was my shuffling. Let's see. Come on. Knight of Pentacles. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for pile one? The Devil. Well, son of a bitch. I'm going to tell you, like, we're just missing one more card that's like the most ominous, or people, I mean, in general, that aren't familiar with tarot, they're like the Tower's bad, or the Devil's bad, or don't get the Death card. Death card's not here, but the Devil is an interesting card. So I believe that they see this slowness that they have with that I was saying with the Knight of Pentacles, like perhaps they feel like maybe they are aware that they are, and that part of the swords too, and the magician. It's like if they can be the magician, why are they coming in with Knight energy, right? I think that they're aware of their emotional kind of immaturity or their inability to really, it could be a part of them that they've suppressed that has not been exercised enough in life. And so then being able to communicate those things, they feel very unequipped, very behind the ball, and it's an insecurity for them with the devil. So, and if there is inconsistent communication, it's because that they just don't feel comfortable. They feel like they're dumb in that kind of way. Like, "Oh, I'm just going to sound like an idiot." And everyone leaves me. Like, everyone leaves me because this is my problem. Like, I, and also too, I will say, without the tools and without having, you know, some kind of connection to self and connection to our soul paths our soul path in this life, it's hard to figure this out and grow on your own emotionally. It takes sometimes, first of all, being humble enough. I think they are humble enough, but they hide it. Well, I guess that wouldn't be humble, right? If you hide it, then you have some pride behind it. But it is something that they're insecure about, and it might be something that you bring out in them, that in their professional life, for example, they come off so strong, and I think that you provoke this insecurity in them. And you might be a very grounded individual. You might be very emotionally intelligent, and that is a blaring. It makes their insecurity about their slowness, about their apprehension. It just makes it so bright, shines so bright when they're around you. So yeah, so they feel immature when they're around you because they know that they have to grow in that area to be in a connection with you. All right, we have the Eight of Cups with the Page of Wands. If you hear some kind of like honking sound or snoring sound, I have a Frenchie and he's sleeping. You hear that? Maybe you didn't hear it. There you go. Yeah, that's him. That's Bobby. All right. Eight of Cups with the Page of Wands. So they are tempted to just take those. So I think here it's almost like they've been tempted, or this has been what has perpetuated a cycle with you. Like if there's on and off communication, is they want to just walk away. They're tempted, even though this crush makes them feel like they want to run away because it triggers them. It makes them feel like they are, in an air, like 90% of the time in their life, they feel super equipped, super confident, super able to like handle everything that's going on in their life. They have no problem with any of the swords that they carry in their life. But when it comes to you, shit, you throw them off their game. They're not able to concentrate. They're not able to focus. They feel out of sorts. And that's the impact that you have in them. And they are tempted to just run away. And this could be a runner chaser dynamic that we have going on here, is that, yeah, because the Eight of Cups is about you typically walking away from things that, quote unquote, no longer serve you. But they could be from things that do serve you, but your own unhealed self just our ego wants to protect us, right? Like danger, danger, like even though it's not danger, it's just something that you haven't experienced yet, but our brains perceive it as danger. And so if you're not cognizant of that alarm that our brain has with us, then their first knee-jerk reaction would be to walk away when things get tight, or when things get deep, when things get intense, from lust to deep emotional conversations. Whenever it gets deep, they just want to run away. So under the Tower, we got 3 cards right away. I'm glad we have a star. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You were okay, so this is so clear to me that you are the Tower to them. You ended up becoming the Tower to them. All right. You were the Tower moment for them. I'm going to scoot these over a little bit. You were the Tower moment. All right. Because you came in, first of all, with this crush, like a wish fulfillment with the star. It's like they had no idea how, it's interesting because I wonder if like you guys met once or twice before, and superficially, I don't think they knew this, that you were going to have this impact on them in any kind of way. But something happened, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords, makes me think of like time passed somehow, and it's like they got younger. They felt more and more like, oh shit, oh wait, okay, this is way, she's way more than I thought she was. I thought she was just this. And you might be somebody, because sometimes that happens to me. See, people look at me on my surface and think, they form their judgments, as everyone does, right? But once they get to know me, maybe they find out that I have many layers too. I am like an onion. I have many layers, and I am very, very, I've got many dimensions to me, as most humans do, right? But something about you triggers something on the inside. So this could be a soulmate connection, because then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is usually, usually depicts like a more affluent, rich woman or a single woman. You don't need anything. You have everything that you could possibly imagine going for you. You are the total package. You're a 10 out of 10. All right. That also, with understanding that you were way more than they expected. Then on top of that, with the Pentacles, you're grounded. Like you're secure, you're confident. You don't, they, unfortunately, because of probably being rejected many times before for having a soft heart, they've ignored that side of them, like thinking that doesn't bring anything good. So why am I going to bring it forward? Let me just work on my wealth. Let me work on these other things. When I think of the Six of Wands and the Magician, I'm not going to work on my emotions or anything like that. Well, you're the opposite. You kind of work from the inside out, and they recognize that in you, and that is astonishing to them, because it's not like this immature, fleeting, flirty connection where they just want to get in your pants or something like that. It's like, whoa, this is somebody that I could build a life with. This person speaks to my soul that I have not shared with anyone, and they know it. And we come with the Queen of Swords, and I think you have done that in some type of way. You have spoken or displayed the truth to them about this connection. Maybe in a harsh way, maybe a bit abrasive, maybe, because the Queen of Swords, she cuts heads. Like she's poor Queen of Swords. Like she hurts my heart sometimes because she's been through a lot. There are a couple of tarot decks that talk about her being a widow, somebody who's gone through so much that she can't afford the luxuries of candy coating the truth. She's got no time for that. She's somebody that I would imagine to be like Joan of Arc, right? Like, or Queen Elizabeth, like running with her armor on, with her army. And if any of her generals came to her, she wouldn't care if they were a general or one of the ground soldiers. She would tell the truth either way. That's what she reminds me of. So somebody who's known loss, but also, and because of what you've been through, you will tell the truth. And I think the maturity here with the Queen of Swords is substantial between these knights and pages. So, which just magnifies their insecurity. So your person is, well, I don't mean to say little, but your person is definitely having a rough time, because you are somebody they want in their life. You are somebody they want to have a positive connection with in this journey, right? But they just feel so insecure. So let's get some thoughts and feelings. Let's figure it out. Let's start with the Love Oracle. Thoughts and feelings for this person. My dog is so... I might have to put music at the back of this video because you can hear him. I want to be different. See, they know that this is not okay. Like, they know that they need to grow from this. They need to mature from this. They need to move away from this compulsive way of being, of holding back. Yeah. Oh, look at that. We got the standby card. So this standby card really makes me feel like, because it's blank. I think, you know, when they are around you, they don't know what the fuck to say. I just think that they're more vocal about their feelings and thoughts of you when you're not around, because it's a safer place. But when you're there, they just go blank. I think they go blank. They just know I fucked up, or I want to be different, and they don't know where to start from there. You mean more to me than you think. Because they haven't told you anything, right? They haven't communicated. I need to see you. Okay, so you might be getting perhaps some communication there, or there might be some serendipitous situation where you'll run into them. I wish things were different. I wonder if you did tell that truth to them and there isn't communication right now. Can you forgive me? See? Yep. I wonder if one of you guys work night shift, because my dog's sleeping. I work night shift, so that's why I say that. But also, he's snoring pretty loudly. Past life regression. Okay, so there might be some past life happening. This connection, like I said earlier, it might be a soulmate connection. You guys might be playing out the same scenario that you both have had in a past life with each other, where there is a runner chaser kind of situation, and you guys agreed to come back and try to figure this out in this lifetime. And then we get, can we work this out? So there is a desire to stay in this connection and try to work it out. The thought of you makes me smile inside. I bet. That's that star card. That's what it makes me think of. Let's get a couple more. Look at that. I connect with you at night, and I could lose myself in you. Yeah, they think about you all the time. And, you know, like I said, these are all the things that I think are super dreamy, but also things that scare them. Sorry, I had to pause it because my son, it's summertime and my kids are home. And yeah, so anyways, sorry if you notice the pause. All right, let's get some more. We have camping rain. Our body is twisted in lust. You can't see it there, huh? Let's see. There you go. It's not like my writing's that great. Trust me, that's what it's saying. It's not like you need to see my fucked up writing, because it's not nice. Sometimes I can't even read it. So. Let's see. All right, so we got, I look for you everywhere. So I wonder if you guys do work together or live in the same neighborhood. My understanding of love has changed forever because of you. That is amazing. Yeah, that, I think the tower, that's really the tower, right? Tangled in between your legs. That's always nice. I'm not gonna lie. That is fantastic. All the what is oxytocin? All right. Dopamine? No, oxytocin, I think it's that. Okay, so no one has gotten as close as you. Are you happy without me? See, that's that insecurity coming through. I now know we are soulmates. Oh my God. See, told you. I told you. This is a deep connection. There's triggering that happens in soulmate connections. I don't care what needs to be done. I am in love. Wow. Holy hell. That's that. You know, even though the knight is not a king, right? He's like a little younger, because maybe this is a newer kind of connection. That determination, I don't care what needs to be done, that is that long-term determination. Like they're not gonna, they don't care how long it takes or what needs to be done, right? Ooh, this one's from my other deck that snuck into this deck. Aw, I want to make you happy. See, they love you. All right, they really do care about you. I think that, you know, you just got to give this some time. I'm sorry, I got distracted because I'm like, you know, maybe I should get an advice card for you. And I have a bunch of decks in front of me. I have like a shelf of tarot decks. Let's do this. Let's get a card. Let's get some advice for pile one. Oh, hold on. These are pretty cards, by the way. Let me shuffle. Woo! Gee. They're slippery and they're circled. I'm not used to those. All right, so what advice does the universe have for... Whoa, that came out right away. Okay. Okay, so you've got a little porcupine, number 40, and it's called Companion. So let's see what that says. Okay. A discerning friend. An honest friend saying the harsh truth. A person who believes in your potential, integrity before all else. This card indicates that there is a person who can be a really good friend and that is not afraid to tell you the truth. This person has excellent boundaries, and despite their kindness and friendly manner, they will use their sharp mind and to keep out unwanted attention or energies. This person can be a great partner and will protect their loved ones at any cost. Their main value is integrity, and they maintain a tight circle. Wow. So if that's going to be your advice, pile one, and that's directed to you, if you've wondered why this person, why this connection, is because this person, you know, is meant to be a companion for you in that way, and that you both are going to be that sounding board for each other eventually. And I think right now you're in that kind of that position to be that truth for your person, and you guys are going to go back and forth with that. There's going to be times where, or maybe in other subject matter, that your person can be that sounding board for you, that person that you go to tell you the absolute truth and would not lie to you, and you can trust their integrity. So that's the advice. So trust this connection, trust that there is a higher calling here for this connection, and just take it step by step, and give your person, I almost said partner, give your person some grace as they try to wrestle with their own demons and their own insecurities when it comes to how you trigger them. Okay? All right, pile one. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope that you enjoyed your reading, and until next time. Oh, also please like and subscribe if you're new, and then hit the notification bell so then you get notified when I post. I am also open for personal readings. You can go to selenetarot.com and check out my site and schedule one there. All right, thanks. All right, pile two, how are you doing? Let's check out what is going on in your connection. You chose which one was it? This is the Tarot of Ruins. Tarot of the Ruins. It has like this kind of like nautical theme. So like rusty ship parts. Ship. I know you thought I said shit. I did not say shit. I'm a dork. I'm so corny. Jesus. All right. pile 2 in their person. What's going on? What's the spot check here? There we go. All right, we're starting off with the Page of Wands. Okay. The Hermit. Okay, what else? 8 of Cups. Walking away. So this young, immature energy, this crush kind of feeling, discovery, inspiration, zeal. It's kind of like an on and off switch. It seems like this Page of Wands would be the on, and then like the Hermit, there's been some maturity. There's been some insight that's been gathered, and maybe they kind of went on their own, hopefully they communicated with you and said, hey, I'm going to need some time out to just kind of figure things out. But then we have the 8 of Cups. So there's been some kind of realization, some emotional realization of things that they need to let go of emotionally. So let's see what else. The World. Okay. So there's been some kind of emotion. There's been some spiritual journey that your person has, and maybe you provoked that. Maybe you provoked a spiritual awakening for your person through the spark of the Page of Wands, growing into the Hermit, then walking away from those emotional, things that they were tied to, that they need to let go of. And then the World is kind of like the completion of that. It's saying that you're moving on to a completely different, almost like a completely different timeline. Now that you've done that maturity, they've allowed this connection to impact them in that kind of way. All right, here we go. So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, so I wonder if there is. So 7 of Pentacles is kind of like surveying the work that you have in front of you, surveying the job ahead. I wonder if they're concerned that you're not going to go with them, or maybe this could be even you, that you've done a lot of this work here, and now you're concerned that your person is not going to be able to come with you. With the 5 of Pentacles really indicates mourning, loss, feeling left out in the cold, needs not being met. So there's been some kind of like transformation here with the World, but then also after, I feel like looking at the damage after the war is done, or looking at the damage after a collision has taken place, what work needs to be done on the car or whatever. And then realizing there's loss there. There's been things lost in the process of this growth. Now we have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so that's interesting, because that now it's like a change of energy now. The 8 of Wands is electric. It is not electric, but it is fast and fiery energy, pointed in a direction. There's been some kind of understanding or realization of focus into this connection for your person. So they're not staring at their belly buttons, worried about whether maybe they've lost you. There's been some revigoration. I don't even think that's a word. Invigoration. Maybe that's the word. They're energized. They're ready to go again. Like now they've been inspired. They're gonna not sit here and sulk anymore, and think, wow, this is gonna take a lot of work. I don't know how that I'm gonna make this connection happen. They're like, oh, fuck this. Like, oh, we doing this. We're doing this. Especially with the 8 of Wands is like also can signify messages coming through. You might be getting some text messages from this person. And then the Ace of Wands is the inspiration of the passion. It's the inspiration of the fire. The fire is been reignited. And there's been some kind of epiphany about having more passion in this connection, being excited about the changes that they've made, not sulking in these changes or thinking that you won't come with them, or you, for example, thinking they won't come with you. We have the Four of Pentacles under the Eight of Cups. Interesting. So they I think, are admitting to themselves they were selfish. You know, like maybe this transformation was probably very important, but they were selfish about the way they went about it, I think. They kept their coins close to them. Instead of sharing with what they were sharing with you, what they were going through, they just kept it to themselves. I think they regret that. Let's give us three more cards. Three more cards. All right, Ten of Pentacles under the World. Okay, so the part of this transformation that they've realized is that you are somebody they want to build with. The Ten of Pentacles is about just discovering that this person, you want them to walk on this path with you. You want them to do life with you. That's what this is. They want to do life with you. They want, if you haven't had children, they want to have children. If you want to have fur babies, they want to have fur babies with you. They want to, have a house, have a home, have some kind of foundation with you. That's the transformation. Ooh, hold on. That fell. All right. Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands under the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So the Nine of Wands is like the wounded soldier. It's like the soldier, he's been wounded, but he's not quite wounded enough to not fight. He's still up for the fight, still up for the battle. So when your person was surveying, like, oh, is this person still going to want me after I've changed so much? Are they going to want me after I've changed so much? And they are willing to fight for this connection no matter the cost. And whether they have to sacrifice themselves more for this connection, they're going to do that. I'm wondering for those since it's Pride Month, if this has to do with any kind of person who has transitioned from male to female, female to male, or has discovered things about themselves, being non-binary or coming out. That seems that this transformation also is for those those circumstances there. Okay, so if it resonates with you, then that is a possibility here, because it is profound to me as a reader that we have this early energy as in the wands, and then with the Hermit going into that seeking and trying to find who you are in a solitary way. With the World and the Ten of Pentacles, it's like this transformation, this new beginning, this caterpillar that's turned into a butterfly. So that could be a possibility, that this, if let's say you started off and your person identified as female and they've realized that they're really not in the right body, I could see how they have, understanding that this is a transition for them that'll take time and work, how they would be sad that you might not come with them. So somewhere along the lines, I wonder if you gave them an indication that, fuck yeah, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up on this. I don't know why you think I would. Maybe this is something you've communicated with them, but they just maybe because of past hurts have held on to it, or this is a new thing for them too, and they don't know kind of really what to trust at this point, So that's something that's coming through for you guys. All right, Judgment. All right, so yes, they feel bad about that. So if maybe they pulled away from you thinking, oh, they don't want me. They're not going to want me after this. They don't, I'm going to let them go. I'm going to let them be free, the little butterfly that they are. I'm going to let them go. And that was a mistake, I think. I think they regret that. With the Judgment, it's kind of coming into this understanding about maybe wrongs that you've done, things that you want to make right, coming back to apologize. It could mean just seeking. Yeah, it's just seeking forgiveness. So I think that they feel really terrible about that, if that was the case. So let's get some thoughts. Some thoughts and feelings. I should make a little theme song. A little jingle for my channel. Oh, Lord. Maybe somebody works in, plays instruments or something out there. Okay, so we're ready. Let's do a shuffle here. All right. Thoughts and feelings. Pile two's person. What do they want to say to pile two? You are adorable. Well, that's super cute. They love you. What do they want to say? Pile two. I see you in myself. Interesting. So there's some mirroring going on, maybe. You know, like maybe there is an idea that you both believe that this is a soulmate connection, and maybe that's why they feel dumb for even doubting it. That could have been something you guys have talked about, and the fact that they maybe, you know, went MIA or something like that and doubted it was like, how dare you? Don't you know we're soulmates? I told you. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, that flew. That flew like an eagle. Fly like an eagle. I don't know. That might mean something to you. I am done pretending. That's the one that flew out. Hey, all right. Authenticity. That's what we're talking about, right? That's what this whole part, this top row really was about. Is about like transforming, being your most authentic self. I've never met any, I'm sorry, now I can't read. I have never met someone like you. So you might have triggered this awakening for them in some ways. Give us a few more, please. Oh shit, I am ascending. That's beautiful. You know, it takes a lot of humility, you know, to and turning off the ego, which is not well, let me take that back. The ego doesn't ever get turned off. The ego is our alarm system as humans. It's meant to protect us from things that hurt us, right? But sometimes it thinks it's protecting us from things that are unknown. And also, doing things that are unknown is very, very healthy for our psyche. Doing things that are off the cuff. It helps develop neuroplasticity, you know? And so looking into yourself saying, hey, I don't like this part of me, your ego's going to be like, no, don't do it. It's new. Don't start dressing with clothes that show these things on your body that you don't like, or don't do that hobby. You're going to be terrible at it. It's not that you're going to be terrible. It's that you've been hurt somewhere along the line in the past in that kind of subject. And your brain's like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then you end up, if you do it, your brain's going to be like, oh, so this is good. Oh. And it just kind of assimilates into this new dynamic that you have in your life, this new dimension of who you are. It's a little insane, but not many people can work past that icky part of the ascending part, okay? Of telling your ego, I'm not listening to you. When those thoughts come in, I'm not listening to you. I'm going to do the opposite of what my brain's saying right now. Like that takes some like psychological fortitude, you know? So yeah. All right. Some more here. Okay. I am trying my best to forgive. They're trying their best to forgive themselves for, that's the judgment. Past life. What did I say? And I shuffled this. You saw me. This card was in pile 1 also. Past life regression. So you guys are acting out this scenario in this lifetime, and you've done it in other lifetimes. You guys are soulmates, for sure. Well, if this, you know, if it resonates with you, I'm not putting labels, but I'm just saying there's this spiritual dance that your souls are doing. I am working hard on myself. That's clear. We saw that in the cards, baby. We saw that. Seeing you makes my day. Aw. Let's get one more from this deck. I wish I could hold you tonight. Oh, so sweet. Your person loves you. And your person's doing all of this like deep shit. Like give your person some grace. Be kind to them. They're already, you know how they say like you can never trick an overthinker. You can never fucking trick them because they're always thinking of 10,000 scenarios of how things can happen, and you're not going to win. Like, if an overthinker picks you, you know that they're sure about it, that they're not going to be entertaining other people, or that they're sure about it because they've already thought about it. Every possible scenario has been thought about. I feel your person is definitely an overthinker, overachiever. They might be hard on themselves. And they think you're going to reject them. They're afraid of the abandonment. I look for you everywhere. You're always on their mind. I'm hiding my feelings from you. Huh. So I wonder if they've, like, this whole dramatic shit that they're going through, they haven't told you about it. Or maybe you think that they're still in this Five of Cups energy and they've moved past that. They haven't told you that they're completely re-inspired to pursue this connection. I want to make you happy. I am sorry for hurting you. Oh, see? I told you. Yeah. That's that judgment, right? The apology. My feelings scare me to share. Well, like these thoughts seem like they're so internal, and as far as like self-doubt, self-hate, self-criticism. I can see why it's almost like they mull everything. They might be an introvert. They might be somebody that it is hard for them to talk about their feelings. I think they could be either Capricorn, Taurus, even Aquarius. Those zodiac signs are coming to mind. Not Aries, because Aries, y'all good with talking. Anyway, all right. I made the wrong choice. Interesting. So the choices that they made, maybe to pull away, or I don't think that they made it doesn't feel like there's a third party here, or like they made a choice for another person. I want to be brave and share my heart. Oh, see? And they have the capacity to do that. You just got to give them the safe place. Make sure that they know you're a safe place, because they care about this connection. Rainy day cuddles. Aww. And one more for the road. One more for the road, Spirit. One more thought for the road. Here we go. Wow. All right. My understanding of love has changed forever because of you. Well, talk about ending it on a deep note. Lordy, lordy. Well, yeah. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. I am so happy for you, Pile 2, because your person seems like, though they've made a mistake, they are a very well-rounded individual, and want to do their best for themselves and then also for this connection. So try to be patient through this time. But definitely continue with loving yourself and the self-respect and all of that. That goes along with being inside of a connection. But when you're dealing with someone that needs the support, that they're doing this transformation on their own, just sometimes, what is that saying where, like, when you're feeling alone, sometimes you just want somebody with a lamp to come and sit next to you. Not fix your problems, not tell you what to do, but just be there. Just say, I'm here. That speaks volumes for a lot of people, especially people who do have a hard time communicating their feelings. Just them knowing that you're present is super powerful. All right, so I really wish you the best, Pile 2. You take care. I'm open for personal readings, selenetarot.com. And then also, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Our little channel's growing. I'm super excited about it, so we can reach more people. So welcome if this is your first time, and if not, come back again. Till next time, bye. All right, Pile 3. Hey, welcome. Hope you are doing well. We're gonna be using this new deck here. I just got it yesterday, and it is called Majestic Realm Tarot. I love it. It's beautiful. It has cute characters on it. It has this nice shimmery, what is that? Gilded? It's gilded foil. Something like that. Anyway, let's shuffle. I've played with it. My energy's on it. I like to do that with all the tarot decks that I get. Like I play with them for no reason. Sometimes I'll bring them with me. Like I'll go out for beers with friends or something and I just have a deck and I just bust out. Just shuffling them just because you got to give the energy. You want them to know they're loved. Anyway. All right. Let's get this spot check going for your connection. All right. We're ready. Let's check it out. What's going on with pile 3 and their person? What is the situation? Temperance. By the way, these are, if you're an animal lover, these are all made with animals. The whole deck. Temperance, temperance, temperance. Okay, tell me more. We have the Page of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so something in the collective is going on because the Page of Wands has come out in all 3 readings with 3 different decks. Very interesting. All right, and then we have Strength. Oh, look, there's a man with a monkey. Okay, a human with a monkey. For Strength, that's adorable. Okay. Because usually it's depicted with like a girl and a lion. So it's funny that it's a man and a monkey. Monkey on your back. 2 of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Decisions, decisions, decisions. So there's been a pause, or this connection has taken a long time to evolve. Or maybe you're feeling like your person is feeling like there's this kind of like with the Page of Wands, this energetic young energy. It's this kind of being passionate but kind of missing the mark, making mistakes, maybe saying things that might have hurt your feelings that you didn't expect from them. Maybe you expected them to be more mature. It could be also the sign of a crush. Your person has this new crush on you that's taken a long time to evolve with the Temperance card. The Strength card is kind of like overcoming, kind of taming the beast, but somehow it's odd that now it's kind of like slow, go, slow, and then go. Is what that feels like. There's been a pause. There's somebody, or your person or you, seeking some intuition, but it's kind of like saying, I want to know the truth, but then closing your eyes. I don't want to know the truth. Like, I want to know, but I don't want to know. I want to know, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what the truth is going to be. Maybe they're afraid of, they're trying to be brave. There's some truth that needs to be faced in this connection, and you are the one that would be bringing that truth. So if there is, I have the Devil here on the bottom. It's just keep that in mind. But yeah. So let's get more. Tell me more, Spirit, about this connection. The Fool. All right. So that's falling under to Temperance. So yeah, maybe there has been, so maybe this is a stop and go kind of connection where you met your person and there was just like fucking fireworks, connection, chemistry, all that shit. And then boom, it stopped. Yeah. So there's like this Fool energy of just, that's the opposite almost of Temperance. Temperance is like taking your time, very distinguished, sipping your wine, like being able to endure difficult situations without a problem. And then the Fool is just like eager, ready to learn, ready to discover, ready to go catch butterflies in its net, go discover the world. So tell me more here. Ooh, the Moon under the Page of Wands. Okay, so the Moon. And then we also have the 4 of Swords that came out under Strength. So the Moon. Okay, so I think that, really, with the Moon placed under the Page of Wands, it's kind of like this was unexpected. So, again, going to that stop and go, or a false start, I should say. It was unexpected that they would have this passion. The passion kind of came out of nowhere. And then when they tried to be strong, it was interpreted as like they went within, instead of like being outwardly courageous, doing it afraid, as they say, they went inward and they stopped communicating. Look at this Four of Swords. It reminds me of the devil, but what is that? A dragon. Yeah, it's a dragon. Huh. Interesting. You know, people are saying that dragons really existed. Just a tin hat moment. They've always said that for centuries, but I think the reason why now they're saying it is because there's been lots of unearthed, or I should say exposed, scrolls and even like, you know, ancient texts that have been translated that across continents, across the world, that report creatures that all looked like dragons. So it's kind of interesting. All right, side note. Maybe you're a nerd like me. Yay, my nerd people. Rabbit hole people, that's me. I'm like, I get on a subject and I literally go all the way down until I figure it all out and then move on to something else. Master, what is it? Jack of all trades, master of none. That's me. All right. Oh, and if you hear anything in the background, those are my crazy ass kids. All right. Night of, they're okay, by the way. They're old enough to be, they're watching TV and rough playing in the next room. Knight of Wands. So there's a progression here, right? We have the Page of Wands into the Knight of Wands underneath the Two of Swords. This coming out of this Four of Swords also is like, it's almost like they went in to figure out why they feel all of these feelings for you and came out having more feelings for you, wanting to rush forward even more, which now they're like, do they like me that much? Are they going to meet me here? Are they going to meet me with that same energy? Or okay, Five of Swords under the Queen of Swords, which makes a lot of sense. You know, the Five of Swords is kind of like winning the fight, but not the war. It's like a little disorganized thought about this, like believing some things are true about maybe how you feel, but not knowing, really missing it. You know, still feeling like they're missing the mark, as I mentioned earlier. And again, with the Four of Cups. So it's causing them to withdraw. So I'm wondering, to be honest with you, if you are pile 3, the Queen of Swords, I wonder if your person is an extrovert in the sense that they would be far more willing to talk to you about this, and maybe you're intimidating. Maybe they're or you don't talk about those things very much. They don't know how you feel about the subject matter. Are you open to love? Are you open to this connection? Because their attraction to you is growing, and they've been keeping it under wraps. Yep, sorry to say. Yeah, they've been keeping it under wraps. Do me two more. Do me. Do me 2 more cards, Spirit. Hit me like we're playing blackjack or something. Give me 2 more cards. Hit me. Yeah. Oh God, that is so funny. Maybe you live in Vegas. Quien sabe. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, so they want to give it. They want to give it its connection. Look at how the little doggy is looking at the Queen of Swords, like, love me. Look, I mean, that is so cute. Love me. I want to be your golden retriever person. Please love me. If you've heard that as a descriptor for your partner. Ooh, kind, you know, like again with another dog, Justice. So yeah, this came out in another reading too. Justice came out in, no, Justice didn't. Justice. Okay, so there might be some factors. There's imbalance for sure here, right? Imbalance. They want to bring balance. They want to bring fairness. Because the Six of Pentacles is also about being benevolent, like putting your coins where they matter or where you feel is the best decision. And they're choosing you, basically. You could be in a marriage. Maybe they're waiting for that. This little golden retriever is so cute. Yeah, I mean, maybe they're just waiting for that. I don't know. Or this Queen of Swords is a a metaphor for a barrier in this connection somehow. You know, the Queen of Swords could be a good metaphor for social constructs. This connection could be outside of what social constructs are. You know, like, you should, make sure that you date. Then you're supposed to get married. Then you're supposed to have kids, and blah 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 blah. Blah. Right? Some people don't ever want to have fucking kids. Some people don't ever want to fucking get married. Some people want to live on a farm and be off the grid. You know, some people want more than just one person in their life, and they want to do life with three people. And that's how they've dreamt of it, or whatever. So I don't know. I was just thinking about this Four of Cups falling under the Five of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Like, it does seem like there's some rejection issues here. Fear of rejection is what I wanted to say. Okay, so all right, so then to sum it up on the bottom of the deck, which I don't think I did this for the other cards, for the other piles, is the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is beautiful. The Ace of Wands is ooh, totally cracked my voice there. Let me get a drink. Hold on. Sorry. Between talking to my kids all day and then doing a reading. But anyway, so this is really good. This is like they have this inspired passion towards you that they really want to give you. And I think they're willing to go the distance here despite this. Because, like, look at even after this, whatever, if this is a person, this is you, or this is social, constructs that say maybe you guys shouldn't be together, right? You know how people love to judge. They love to judge. Oof. And they love to judge about things that they would rather have in their own life, but they refuse it for whatever reason. And then they point to the very people like, let's say people who are very rigid about LGBTQ the alphabet tribe. But then when they go to certain conferences, Grindr, logins like spike the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? You get my drift? You get it? You get it? Anyway, so fuck them. Fuck anybody who is critical of this connection, because honestly, it's a connection between you and your person. And as long as you're being respected, that you're respecting yourself, they are respecting you. This is not abusive. This is not toxic, and it is two adults consenting in a connection. That being said, that it is your business. Nobody's being hurt, manipulated, right? We don't like that shit around here. All right, let's get some messages. Okay, let's shuffle this up. All right, what does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? Can you forgive me? Yeah, the stop and go, the pulling away. They know they fucked up. Oh, here we go. You fill me up with happiness. That's beautiful. See, they know you are where it's at. Little doggy. Remember the little golden retriever? Mira, he's so cute looking at the bunny. Is it over? Maybe that's what the little retriever is looking at the bunny saying. Is it really over? Please love me. Love me. Remember back in like COVID times, there was that viral little video of this cute, adorable little brown baby asking her daddy, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Like over and over and over again. Like that's the energy I feel like of the little golden retriever. I don't know how, but you got to my heart. See, I told you they started off with that page energy. They went, pulled away, but then came out loving you more, like having more passion for this connection than they thought they would. Whoa. I somehow trust you. Uh-huh. And these flew out. Let's see. I want you to enjoy your life. Okay, so they're giving you, that is not a breakup. I always feel like it sounds like a breakup, but it does not, it's not a breakup. They're giving you your autonomy here. You're giving you the way out if you wanted one. To say, I understand this might be not some, this might not be something you want, especially if this does go against some social standards, right? Social standards. You know, the Matrix. You know what I'm fucking saying. All right. I feel the love. So maybe you have reached out to them, or there's this psychic connection there where you are sending love to them because they, you know, you haven't communicated maybe. Oh, look, see, okay, so this standby card is blank as fuck. And this came out in pile 2, interestingly. And it never comes out. It never. Like, it hardly ever comes out. I think this is the 3rd time ever since I've been pretty consistent with my readings for the past year or so. Does not come out very often. And it feels like just one of those... It feels like one of those pauses in the conversation. Like, this feels like an awkward pause. That's what it feels like to me. Like when you're face to face with your crush or the person that you love, maybe there's a lot of things that are unsaid. This is that space. And you're just like staring at each other like, whew, like that kind of shit. That's what that feels like. So if that resonates with you, then, oh, look, this one flipped over. I could lose myself in you. So that's interesting. Okay, so back to what I was saying though, is like that awkward space. This saying I could lose myself in you is one of those comments that just says that is so vulnerable that nobody really says that. Like, no, or it's not often that people will be that vulnerable with someone that they have just found themselves in love with, right? Maybe it depends, right? If you're passionate, vocal, and you know, maybe emotionally intelligent for sure, you know, but you know, most common, commonly, I could lose myself in you is not the first thought. Oh, I should take that back. Not the first thing you say. It is definitely something everyone feels for sure. When you're falling in love, that's like part of the package. That's part of it. That's part of the package. You are adorable. That came out in pile 2 too. Cute. Oh wait, there's one here that flipped over. Can we work this out? Aww. See, I think they know they kind of fucked up there somehow. Pulling back all that shit. I hate that shit. I don't know why people do that. I mean, you know, like, at least, look, even in sports, when there's a timeout, it's a timeout, right? People just don't walk off the fucking field and don't say anything. Like, it's a timeout. Why can't we do that in relationships? Why can't we be that emotionally intelligent, folks? Why can't we just say, hey, I'm not good with my emotions? Like, that's why I love that. Oh, I just love that show on the Spectrum. Is Love on the Spectrum? Because, god damn it, they're so fucking raw and vulnerable and say things that so many of us have learned to mask up and not and put away and hide. You know, they just say it right out, straight out. Hey, I like you. Can I kiss you? Or, oh, hey, you make me nervous. I don't know what to say. I like green beans. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I love them. Anyway, I look at your pics and fantasize about being intimate. Hold on, I'm going to pause because my kids are banging on the door. Sorry about that. Anyway, maybe you got some cock blockers in your life. I'm just saying that because I think it's funny that they say I fantasize about being intimate and then my kids knocking on the door. Ugh. What do they say? Fuck them kids. Not really fuck them kids, but you know, I love my babies. I love my babies. I worked hard for them babies. But also, okay, I don't care what needs to be done. I am in love. All right, that's a clear decision that's been made, right? They have decided. I think that kind of matches a little bit of the, you know, the Six of Pentacles here and the Justice of the masculine energy of decision making. tangled between your legs. Aye. That's nice. Yep, tangled between legs. That's a cozy place to be. Let's make love and fall asleep together. Oh, so they miss you. I wonder if they miss you a lot at night in bed. They think about you. You blow my mind. Yeah, that's that Knight of Wands energy, like that. Whew, the lust, right? I have always lost in love. So that is speaking to what we were talking about a few moments ago about like the fear. Can we work this out? Do you still want me? Do you still love me? That golden retriever, don't abandon me energy. They've always been, they've never had someone maybe as present as you, who cared about things that they never shared to other people. But here you are asking those questions. I want to feel that way again. So whatever you guys had before this stopped, they yearn for that energy again. And maybe they're wondering whether that it can ever happen again, you know? What turns you on? Well, I would hope if they're talking about being tangled in your legs that there might have been maybe some sexual, chemistry here or physical something, but maybe not. Maybe these are just straight up fantasies that they have. They definitely have desire for you, for sure. Oh, okay, hold on. This is my mistake over here. Let me pick up my mistake. Oh, what did I say? The passion I feel for you scares me. Ooh, see? So maybe this passion's a little inappropriate, meaning like it's out, maybe, and that's the scary part, right? Like when you feel passion and chemistry that is so intense, that doesn't have any kind of like tangible reason why, like maybe you've never been physical before, or according to what society says, until you've had the first date and you've done a couple things, you can't fully be in love with someone if you haven't had these certain things that have happened, which is bullshit. I mean, it is bullshit, because when you think about different cultures, different, times in this, on this planet, that you think that they adhered, is that the word? They didn't follow these standards that we currently have, right? I mean, like, there would be, tribes that came to visit for a festival and would see someone across the room and be like, that's my fucking wife. Like, that minute, that was it. You coming home with me, lady, or whatever, or vice versa, where if it's a matriarchy, like a woman's like, nope, I'm choosing that man over all these warriors. Yes, we just met, but he's coming to my bed tonight and he's going to be my baby daddy. Like, there wasn't this like, you have to do this, you have to do that, and this has to be who says? A lot of those things are based on fear. People who don't want to lose, people who want to maintain power in their life, who are not comfortable with emotion, they're not comfortable with passion. I'll just leave it there, okay? So your person, okay, bottom of the deck, it says, I made things harder than it should have been. Uh-huh. Yep. Yes, pile 3, and I know you know that. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming by. I'm so happy that our little channel is growing. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all the things, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I post. And I am open for personal readings. Go ahead and go to selenetarot.com. Has a lot of information there about who I am, and you can request information about a reading through there. I hope everyone, you're doing well. I hope your person's doing well. You just hang in there. They want to come back. Of course, everyone has free will. All right. So, but just consider the at least that they see the error of their ways, right? Like that's a good thing. At least they see that. That could be a place that's constructive to start from, right? All right, you take care, pile 3. Until next time. Bye.